Social anxiety, how to eliminate it? Let's go. So, social anxiety, this is a mirror of you and how you interact with people. I hear people a lot and they say they're introverted, but the truth is, you are just being complacent with developing your social skills properly. The main truth to solving social anxiety is exposure therapy. So you experience something enough to where it doesn't become a problem for you. For example, if you have a fear of being judged by people, you put yourself in a position where you're going to be judged by people a lot more, and then you become more comfortable and attuned to it, if that makes sense. So for example, if you're uncomfortable in your own body, like I was when I was younger, you can do dance. And this puts you in a room with loads of different people, and you realize slowly that you are thinking way more than what actually goes down. No one is actually looking at you, and you start to become more fluid in your body. You need to find something which will help you go straight into that fear and literally just go through it, because you're looking at the problem but you're not looking at the solution, and the solution is just going straight through that shit like a bulldozer. You just gotta have that tenacity, just go boom, just go straight into it. So yeah, with social anxiety, it's simply because you're not having enough social interactions. In my job, I'm always interacting with people, so when I started, there was a lot of shakiness in my voice, and I would struggle with eye contact and things like that. But over time, you get more comfortable with it, even if someone's, even if the conversation is a little bit tricky, the particular person, it becomes easy to you, and you just got to realize that you got to step. You really just got to go for it, because sitting around is not going to solve it for you, my friend. And that's how life goes. Life is not fair. Life is not going to give you opportunities unless you create them yourself. The universe responds to how you input. If you're inputting into the universe that you're timid and you don't want to create things for yourself, the universe will not give you anything. So yeah. And main thing, you just got to realize no one really cares. Like, you see people they do crazy shit, and maybe people will think for a second like, what's this guy actually doing? But that only lasts a couple of seconds, and then they just move on with their day. Everyone's so focused on themselves. You need to take a moment to just look around and observe other people and realize we're very small compared to the universe, the expansion of how large everything is. And yeah, because you be careful, because you'll lose your moment because you're not living in it. And that's the main cause of social anxiety. You're not living in your moment. You're just living half on, half off. But you just gotta go full. You just gotta go full on into that thing. I remember when I was younger, I would use my phone as an outlet for my fear of communicating with others. So for example, if I went to a football cage or something and then I saw other people there, people who I could have been friends with, I would go on my phone instead and pretend that, make up some silly scenario or something in my head, which is not true. And that's how you remove situations from your life which could actually benefit you hugely. So don't try and outlet your energy to something else. Just direct it. Just be serious with it. Get straight into it. And that's how you solve it, really. That's how you solve most problems in this world, not just social anxiety. And just be mindful of your mental health as well, of course, because the more your mental health is not in tune with who you are, the more you're going to be shaky, your hands are going to be shaking, and your voice, everyone notices that. They notice when your voice is shaking, it's the subtle things, that energy. But once you're aware of it, that's when you can make the first step to improving your situation. Fear is only a guidance to what you need to do. It's only, sometimes it's correct, but most of the time it's it's not. It's just something. It's a tool that you use to guide yourself towards something. If I'm fearful of something, I want to approach it so that I'm no longer fearful of it and it doesn't become a problem for me. And that's the key to bravery. Is feeling the fear but doing it anyways, because you know it's for the greater good. You know it's your duty. So yeah, that's the tenacity tip of today. If you liked it, you know what to do, fam. So yeah, have a nice day and remember to pattern up, G.